Wow, it is Tuesday, April 23rd, 2024, where you are. And here, well, I don't know whether it's going to be sun or not tomorrow, but on Monday, the day before you are listening to us, it is beautiful out. Look at that. And I'm all alone here in the studio. Rick Barry, personal assistant, is working today, doing some great stuff. And also Peter Coles, the kitten of the keys, is off pussyfooting around. What would you say, Kenny, on that one? Where is he? What's he doing?
He's doing baseball stuff.
Oh, is he down south?
He is.
Wow. You know, he's connected. Peter's connected with the Babe Ruth League. Is that right? Is it softball or hardball?
I can't keep track of all that stuff.
Yeah. He does the World Series every year, so he's going down somewhere down south, and that's where he is. Meanwhile, Kenny Stomsky from Ken's Den is with us. What are you having on today's show after us, Kenny?
I'm pre-taping Bobby G and Company.
Oh, my God, really? Oh.
And I've been here since 6.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm working with the Arts and Communications shop this week. We're filming the Chef Showdown.
Oh.
So I'm engineering that, and I'm another set of eyes to make sure things keep working.
Sure.
And I broadcast Michael Buster McMahon live this morning, so it's a long day.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, this is on Monday. Now tomorrow your show is live, right? Or today your show is live. I get all confused, and so I confuse the listener because we taped the day before because old Bob needs his sleep. You know,
I have
Kenny.
to come here and work with the Arts and Communications department. So I am actually, when you watch me in about 2 hours,
right?
I'll be Memorex. I won't be live.
Oh, I gotcha. Memorex. Do they still make Memorex?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, thank you.
That's not the one I wanted. I was looking for another one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But do they still make Memorex?
Memorex is still a brand.
Yeah, what was it? It was a tape, isn't it? Or
audio tape.
But
then they went on to put their name on radios and VCRs and televisions.
Yeah. I remember those commercials, and am I wrong, there's this famous picture of somebody with it looks like he's driving a car and his hair is flying back.
He's sitting back in a chair in front of a speaker, and he's getting blasted by the sound. And it sounds so good, supposedly. It was coming off of Memorex.
That's one of the iconic.
The tagline is it live or is it Memorex? That was the tagline.
Oh yeah. I usually ask myself that every day. Am I live?
Am I alive?
Or is it Memorex? Mm-hmm. This past week, oh my gosh, I don't know about you, but my allergies. Holy Mother God.
You were in last week with a little bit of sniffle and you're worried about it being a cold. I'm like, no. The allergy season hit.
Oh, man. And here, I'll cough for you. Look at that. But, it's gonna take a while for that to go.
He doesn't have anything labeled right here.
oh my God! The only thing you've got is "Oh my Bob" all day long. I don't know.
I thought I had an "Oh my" or something.
Oh, well, I can do it. Oh my! I think this is George Takei's birthday week or something. I saw people sending him messages or something. I think he's in his 90s now, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. Happy birthday, George Takei. Oh, my. Oh, no, that wasn't so good. Oh, my. A little bit better. I don't know. I got to work on that. Who's your favorite impressionist?
Rich Little.
Rich Little could do everything.
Yes.
Yeah. Lately, though, I've found that if you guys go on to Instagram and Google Matt Friend, Friend, oh, my God. Oh, my he is so incredible. He can do any voice, I swear. And he's a young guy. I think he's from outside of Boston. And he really has developed, he's going to be a big star. You watch. Get that. His name is Friend.
Friend.
Matt Friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I had a busy weekend. I don't know about you. Were you? Oh, you were opening your pool this weekend.
No,
Ken.
it's too early to open a pool here.
Didn't I hear correctly last week that it was going to be open by the end of this week or next week? Or when do you open a pool?
End of May.
Oh, geez. I must have heard the wrong.
Middle to end.
Oh, okay. Alrighty.
Yeah, I don't run a heater. So.
Oh, gosh. So if you have a pool, then it's very cold now.
It will be cold, yes. And I can't see. It's really not going to warm up much in 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
In May, I can't see running the pump.
Yeah. Well, with your weight loss, my friend, you're going to be a stunner at the pool this summer.
I already look good in my little purple Speedo.
Oh, my God. Help me. It's too early in the morning for that image. It is much too early. Holy God. Picture, never mind. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, God help me. So so Friday night we had an up close and musical event. A wonderful group of students, including our great friend Max Dewey, who's coming in later on today, performing down at Wow's Creative Arts Center, 105 Elm Street in downtown Westfield, and it was a really wonderful evening. On that afternoon, I was visited for the weekend or for a couple of nights with my college roommate's wife, his widow, actually, Deb O'Shea, who came in from Buffalo, and she was on her way to Boston. So, or she was back from Boston. She was coming back from Boston, so she visited me. So she was just amazed at the variety of talent that we had and the quality of our Westfield State students. We'll talk about that later. But that was Friday night, okay? And then on Thursday night, very incredible performance of Rent. Oh my God, the Westfield Theater Department put on a production of the musical Rent. It was sold out the entire weekend. You could not have seen it. And unfortunately for you, because it was melodically, acting-wise, stage-wise, oh my God.
Is that the one that originally had Ricky Lake?
No, I think that was Hairspray.
Okay, that was Hairspray. Okay.
Hairspray, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, this had, that 5,000, 21,000, 600 minutes, It was written by a guy named Jonathan Larson, who actually he worked on the show forever and in the Village, and you can see his life story. There's a movie called Tick, Tick, Boom with Andrew Garfield, which is another musical he wrote about his life. And you get a really good sense of who Jonathan Larson was. But the interesting fact about Rent, it went on to win the Pulitzer Prize and, oh my God, all kinds of awards and stuff. And launched the careers of people like Idina Menzel, and Anthony Rapp, Adam Pascal, Daphne Vega something Lopez, I guess, or whatever her name is. And you know who else? Jesse Martin. Do you know Jesse Martin from Law and Order? Incredible.
If I saw the face, I'd probably know.
Yeah, he's been on Law and Order forever with I think it's the one with Mariska Hargitay. I'm not sure, but he is this incredible Broadway singer. Nobody knows him as a singer, and you can see him in the movie version. The movie version has most of the actors from the the off-Broadway show that moved to Broadway. It's played for years. It's a rock musical that is just incredible.
That's what I'm getting confused with. What was it?
Yeah.
What year was it? 2005.
Was it 2005?
2005.
Yeah. Larson passed away 2 days before the show on Broadway opened. Mm-hmm. And so it was a double shock Shakaru, because here his wonderful work is out there for everyone to see, and he doesn't get to see the opening because he had died either 1 or 2 nights before. It's an incredible story. But interesting that the production at Westfield State was directed by Eric Parnas, who is the one of the theater instructors at Westfield State, one of the professors. And he is a great friend of both Adam Pascal and Adam Rapp, who are really well known in the Broadway circuit. But right now, strangely enough, the show Houdini, which is a musical on its way to Broadway, is being directed by Eric Parnas. So we may have an instructor at Westfield State, who has a director's position on a Broadway show. It's a big Broadway show starring Robert Cuccioli on its way to Broadway, hopefully soon, based on the life of Houdini. You know. Had a very interesting life, that Houdini, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So they made a musical of it. So Thursday night, I went to see Red. Friday night, we had Up Close and Musical. Saturday, I was out straight with the coughing and hacking, and unfortunately, I had to send James to Robin Hood, which is the Westfield Theater Group, and he said the production was excellent. They did a really good job on projections, and Kathy Palmer's book was very interesting, and the acting was great, and et cetera, et cetera. So he went in my place, and then on Sunday afternoon, yesterday, we went up to Westfield State's Dever Stage to see the incredible chorus and chamber concert that Scott Bailey put on. It was in the afternoon. There were a lot of people there. Really wonderful. So, and you know what? I said to Andy Minacci, the professor of music, my great friend, I said, they have a tape of this symphony concert, or this chorus concert. And I said, we've got to have that broadcast on WCPC, because when people see the quality of the musicianship at Westfield State, both most alumni and students and faculty, they're going to be blown away. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. So I'm going to be talking to you and Pete about putting some of the musical performances from Up Close and Musical, our great series. We've got an Up Close and Musical jazz night happening on Thursday night at Dever Stage. So look for that at Westfield End Weekend. So lots happening there. How did you spend your weekend, my friend?
Don't remember it.
Ah! Are you a vegetable couch potato?
Perhaps that needs some splaining, Lucy.
Yeah.
I have a very strange short-term memory. I don't remember what I ate yesterday. I don't remember what happened 2 days ago. I can tell you verbatim what happened 5 years ago. So I do know you folks have been trying to talk me into going on a cruise.
Oh, yeah.
And, I just didn't want to be stuck on, a ship just in case, a single middle-aged white guy.
Man.
I mean...
Yeah. Oh, you're going to be fine. You're absolutely fine.
So for hoots and giggles,
yeah.
A few months back, I saw an advertisement for Carnival. It was an aimed advertisement. It was targeted to me.
Oh.
So, show us your casino loyalty card, and we'll match your tier.
Oh, no, you're kidding me.
So I show them my MGM Gold and my Caesars Diamond.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they're like, okay, well, we'll give you a free room.
What?
Yeah.
On a ship?
Yeah, Ocean View room.
Where? Where?
It's a $200 deposit, but I get that back as money to spend.
Right.
And then I pay for the taxes and port fees. And that's it.
Amazing.
That one is out of Miami, and the port is going to be Cozumel.
Oh, wow.
And that's at the end of January. So, once you you know, with anything else, once you get into the system,
Yeah.
you know, you're doing pretty good. Well,
yeah. Then you're gonna get Holland America, Norwegian Cruise Lines.
I reached out to some of these other companies.
Yeah.
And I screenshot, hey, look, Carnival's giving me a free room. Here are my loyalty cards. What can you do for me?
Yeah.
Long story short, well, no, I'm still going to make it long. But
I love it.
3 days ago, I just put the deposit down on a Princess cruise for the following month. So Princess said, okay, we will match. And so the Carnival one is a 3-day or a 4-day.
Sure.
So the cruise that I found on Princess that I like is a 7-day.
Perfect.
And there's 3 ports.
Yeah.
There's their private island in Bermuda. And San Juan.
Oh, great. Oh, San Juan is so great.
And St. Thomas.
What month? In January as well?
End of February.
And perfect.
And that's going out of Fort Lauderdale. So I went shopping for this cruise before I locked myself into which one I wanted.
Sure.
They're eating $1,600 to give me that room.
Oh, my God.
So I'm paying taxes and port fees of like $176.
Yeah.
And
how do they...
And a $200 deposit, which I get back as spending money, plus an additional $50 credit to spend.
Jeez, it's great.
And I just got email this past weekend.
Yeah.
Royal Caribbean. They want me to verify some of my player card numbers because they want to match now. So it looks like
oh my God.
The guy who never went on a cruise, who's worried about him, is probably going to go on 3 in a matter of 4 months.
You know what? Why not? You know the best part about it, Kenny?
It's free.
And you enjoy
Basically.
like the slots and all of that. Every ship has these great casinos.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, it's going to be in the wintertime, and I'm going to be where it's sunny, lying next to a pool.
Oh man! And even if you don't want to go off the ship, you can lie there. Oh, it's great people watching, and you've got those buffets all day long, etc. Et now you're going to have a meal and a drink package, or
I'm getting the drinky package.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's $60 a day,
Uh-huh.
and it's the meal. You get two additional. It's $60 a day. You get the drinks,
right,
and then the non-alcoholic stuff. There's no limit,
right.
There's 2. They call it social dinners. It's not the formal, but you get 2 restaurant dinners and
perfect.
The extra ones.
Yeah.
Fitness classes. Wi-Fi is included. It's called Princess Plus. It's $60 a day.
Yeah.
And
worth it.
To top it off, Bob, this is a brand new ship. It just started to set sail in February. It's called Sun Princess. It's their largest ship that you can get. They're still actually working on a few areas on the ship in order to finish it.
I'm going to have to go online.
4,300 people, a complement on the crew of like 1,800.
Oh gosh! Oh my God!
Yeah.
And to find a place on that ship, you're going to be able to find your little niche where you can go every day, like you do when you go to Las Vegas or Miami. You're going to find that place by the pool. You're going to get there. Oh man, this is good. Yeah. I think you're good.
They have 5 nightclubs, so I think I'll be okay.
Oh man, and the shows and you're gonna. Well, you go after your first one. We'll talk about it. Talk about it. Hey, why don't we take a break today? Get this. It's Organ Donor Awareness Day. Do you have that thing on your? I have it on my. What do you call it? License. My car
you're talking
license.
that type of organ.
Yeah.
I was thinking like Hammond B3 or something.
You can donate that as well. Oh gosh, somebody donated. We don't even know where it came from. We've got a cello and a guitar and 2. What do you call it? It's not like a tonette. What do you call those? Recorders. 2 wooden recorders that were donated to Westfield on Weekends from our Up Close and Musical event. And so we're connecting with some student at Westfield State. Lucky student, perhaps, is going to get a cello.
Did you look inside the sound hole just to make sure it isn't stamped Stradivarius?
Well, no, but I'm going to do that the minute I get back. I'm not giving away a strap.
That might change your mind.
Man. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. So at any rate...
that would fund WOW's activities.
Man. I might even want to take a cruise. We can take everyone on a cruise. Hey, what was I going to tell you?
It's Organ Day.
Organ Donor Day, and it's such an important thing. I have one on my card. Because I sort of figure, well, if indeed anything happened that I could benefit somebody else in the process.
I don't know.
Scares you?
I'm concerned if I am in the hospital and I'm on life support, but I'm likely to come back.
Yeah.
All right. And all of a sudden, the president of the United States is 3 rooms over, and he needs a liver.
Yeah.
My liver's coming out no matter what. I
hear you.
Yeah, I'm not buying into that.
I love it. Well, all right. Well, I have done this. May you consider doing this. So I thought I'd get a song. Is there a song for organ donors? And believe it or not, there's a song called "All of Me." Why not take all of me? Okay, so
that's Lily Tomlin. That's what she sang in that movie, "All of Me."
All of me. Yes, exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
So there is, and I love a cappella, as you know, and there's a great a cappella group. You can see them on YouTube. They're called the High Line Vocal Jazz. High Line is that. Have you ever been on New York City? It's a railroad track that has now become this walking, bicycling, wonderful thing. It's called the High Line.
It goes along the Hudson.
That's right. It's incredible. So this is the High Line Vocal Jazz Group, and they are singing "All of Me" for Organ Donor Day. Listen to this.
All of me, why not take all of me? Baby, can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I wanna lose them. Take my arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbyes left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on without you, without you? You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me? Baby, take all of me. Why not take all of me? Oh, can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I want to lose them. Take my arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbyes left me with eyes that cry. How in the world can I go on without you? Baby, well, you took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of, take every bit of my heart now, baby, why not? Oh, why not? Oh, why not take all of me? All of me.
Support for community radio on
Oh, why not take all of me? Oh, can't you see?
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Rocky's Ace Hardware. For all your fall cleanup needs, plus you'll experience our legendary helpful service in every department. Rocky's, rock solid service since 1926.
Join us every Thursday morning
from 6 until at least 7:30.
Check out the Bobby G and Company Show
right here on WSKB 89.5
Community Radio
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Wow, it is Tuesday, April 23rd. Where is this year gone? 2024 and counting. I'm here with Ken Stomsky. Fortunately, Rick Barry's working today, and Pete Coles is down there sunning himself with the Babe Ruth baseballers down there and wherever down south he is. But meanwhile, back here in Westfield, hey, I noticed we've got a new restaurant coming to downtown. It's called Tribeca. And it is called Tribeca because Tribeca was a place in New York City that really needed some gentrification, apparently. Turned into a bustling, wonderful, rehabilitated, revamped, revitalized area. So the restaurant and grill in Westfield, where Loomis Furniture used to be, is now going to be Tribeca. And they're last week we had an event, and oh gosh, the wonderful man who owns it, Tony, or one of the co-owners, was at the event, and he brought, it was the chamber event, and we brought some folks over to see what the new place looked like.
I had Tony Long on my show about 2.5, 3 months ago. We actually did a video tour of his location, his basement, and the second floor they're working on too.
Well, guess what? This incredible new kitchen came in this week. So it's all stainless. Oh my God, from the Facebook pictures of it, I cannot wait. It's going to be a really wonderful boon to our downtown. And I really love the idea that we have this great restaurant as well as Crave Cafe. We were at the Maple Leaf the other night downtown and had the best. Oh gosh, they do like potato. They make their own potato chips and onion rings and all of that. I don't eat a lot of that fried food stuff, but they have a black bean burger that is to die for. I love their black bean burgers. I wonder if they have a cherry cheesecake. What's your favorite cheesecake?
Interesting.
Now let me guess. Wait a minute. Knowing your penchant for punchkis, and you love those cream-like punchkis, I would say that you would want like an Irish cream cheesecake or something like that, or something. What like a cinnamon cheese? No, what?
I don't mind having it plain.
Really?
Right. The Freedom, the French style, it's usually too light and airy for me. It's like eating a mousse. But the New York style, that's really dense. I don't mind eating that as
Juniors,
is. Yeah. Usually when you go out, cherry is one of the popular coverings, but I wouldn't mind getting strawberry on that.
Well, today is National, I don't know why, instead of National Cheesecake Day, it's National Cherry Cheesecake Day. Of all day, I don't know why they just don't make it. I don't know. Must be some cherry growers somewhere or whatever.
Do you think there's a national cherry or strawberry cheesecake day somewhere?
Well,
they make the ice cream for Christ's sake.
I know. I don't understand it. I wonder where all these days come from, because the National Cheesecake Day, it could be. I'm sure there is a strawberry cheesecake day. Lemon cheesecake, limoncello cheesecake. Where did we have a limoncello cheesecake? Oh, it was around here somewhere that was made with limoncello. Oh my God, was it delicious. Hey, it's also the first day of Passover, so we wish all of our Jewish friends Happy Passover. Please have a wonderful, wonderful week of celebrating. It's the first night of Passover, I think, tonight, April 23rd. So happy Passover, everyone. It is also National Lost Dog Awareness Day. You've never had a dog to lose, have you?
No.
You've never had a dog in your life, Kenny?
No, I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Tell us about Poochie.
Well, I had a girlfriend who the dog liked me better than her.
What was the dog's name? Do you remember?
It was Bob.
Bob. Oh,
You know what its last name was?
not Plas.
Roberts.
Oh, Bob Roberts.
Do you know what his middle name was?
Robert.
Robert.
Bob Robert.
Robert Roberts.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it was an overweight Shih Tzu. His belly almost rubbed the ground. I mean,
Wait a minute. Now, a Shih Tzu is a little tiny dog, right?
yeah. And if I were to ever, I travel too much, and I'm too independent to be able to keep a pet, even fish.
Yeah.
But if I were to get a dog, I'm comfortable in my manhood enough where
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind getting a Shih Tzu.
Well, you know what? You can keep it right there in your man purse right beside you. It's
I'll put my a man bun on while I'm carrying
Oh man, I think in today's world you can be whatever you want to be, and if you want to bring a Shih Tzu, spell Shih Tzu, SHI
-TZU.
It means there's two words that mean something, right?
Right.
I wonder what they mean. We're gonna have to find that one out during break.
Yeah, and if I'm there with a man purse and a bun in my hair,
Yeah.
if I'm waiting for my electric car to charge, I can just sit there and pet the Shih Tzu. Right?
I always found them a little nippy.
A lot of little dogs can, but this guy, he was chill. He didn't even bark.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. My friend Alex has one, and he carries it everywhere, rather than because I suppose if you have a little dog, it takes a long while to get to go walking, right?
This guy did well walking with me.
Oh, did it?
Oh, yeah.
They can keep up with those tiny little legs going back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just like cartoon.
Well, also, hey, today is Talk Like Shakespeare Day. Would you like me to talk like Shakespeare?
Art thou gonna do it anyway?
I am going to do it. Yeah. I heard Judi Dench do this sonnet the other night on a Graham Norton show. You ever watch Graham Norton on the air? He's really great.
Right.
So I heard her do this, and they were asking, "Did you know, Judy? Do you know any sonnets of Shakespeare by heart?" And she did this by heart, and it was so lovely. And
okay,
I thought,
so first off, what's a sonnet?
Yeah, wait a minute. Huh?
What's a sonnet?
Oh, it's a 14-line poem.
Okay.
And it is usually in iambic pentameter. Do you know what that means?
No.
Iambic means short, long. So when in, okay, I'm going to be doing when in disgrace and fortune in men's eyes. Do you get it? The beat is when in disgrace and fortune and men's eyes. Okay? So it's and there are 5 little iambics. Okay, and then oftentimes the last 2 lines of the poem rhyme. All right. And,
all right.
And it's A B A B A B A B A B A B C. I don't know. I'm going to do it for you.
So you're going to do something that you could do on the Graham Norton show.
I am.
Now, do I have a lever here to
pull me off?
Yeah.
No, it's
Okay.
only 14 lines.
All right.
What can go wrong in 14 lines?
Because he has that lever to.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The big red chair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God. I could go right back.
Yeah.
The other reason why I'm doing the Judi Dench version is because who was it? You or was it Peter or somebody who now has said that I am the doppelganger to Judi Dench? That Judi Dench and I look totally alike.
I don't know who you're referring to, so it must have been Pete.
Judi Dench?
Wait a minute. If I see a picture of her, will I know who
Of course you will. Oh, immediately. She plays the Queen in many movies, etc., etc.
That's her. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
You know, well,
Same hair color. That's about it.
Oh, all right. Well, when I put my mouth in a certain way, I'm really Judi Dench revisited, the doppelganger of Judi Dench.
Yeah, I'm not.
All right,
Bob.
all right. So here's the sonnet. This is when in disgrace and fortune in men's eyes. So, in other words, let me tell you what the words mean. This is when I'm feeling very low. I think of you and I feel better. You get it? Sort of. I'm.
Oh, you're reciting a line. You're not telling me.
No, I'm telling you what I'm about to tell to say in Shakespeare.
I thought you were spilling all your feelings to me. Or something.
Oh, it is. Okay. So listen. So here we go. When in disgrace and fortune in men's eyes, I all alone beweep my outcast state, and trouble deaf heaven with my bootless cries, and look upon myself and curse my fate. Wishing me like to one more rich in hope, featured like him with friends possessed, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, with what I most enjoy contented least. Yet in these thoughts myself almost despising, happily I think on thee, and then my state, like to the lark at break of day arising, from sullen earth sings hymns at heaven's gate. For thy sweet love remembered such wealth brings, that then I scorn to change my state with kings. Beautiful, isn't it? Yes? Wait a minute, I got to put my earphones on to hear you going, what did you say? Kenny?
So this is performed on stage?
Well, oftentimes when Shakespeare wrote these poems, they're not his plays. He wrote many sonnets. It was a construct.
So it's a different type of piece altogether than like Romeo and Juliet.
Oh yes, but you can. Oftentimes, people will do the sonnets of Shakespeare as part of a stage presentation. Mm-hmm. I'm sure if Ian McEwan or Judi Dench or whatever is doing her one-man show about Shakespeare, she's going to do some sonnets.
You go to one of those clubs where you do poetry and...
Yes, yeah. So we've honored the day, and now it's time for me to honor another day. It's National English Muffin Day.
Nooks and crannies.
Nooks and crannies. What's your yeah. There's nothing like a Thomas's English muffin. The difference between a Thomas's English muffin and let's say a Big Y English muffin, for me is so different. I mean, it tastes differently, and somehow or other, English muffins in England seem to have better nooks and crannies.
I would know. I haven't had one there.
Yeah, but. I wanted to find a song about national with English muffins. Why did I choose Punky's Dilemma? Do you know that? Do you know the song?
I see what you do here. Yeah.
Oh, well, Punky's Dilemma by Simon and Garfunkel is wish I were a Kellogg's cornflake about to make the most of wish I were an English muffin about to make the most out of a toaster, I'd ease myself. Yeah, listen, let's hear Paul Simon do it.
Did they base the Oscar Mayer Wiener song off of that?
Well, I wonder.
It seems like it follows that same course that you were going down.
Well, you might, yeah. This is a nonsense song that's on one of their first albums. It's on the album that has Sounds of Silence on it. It's called Punky's Dilemma.
Wish I was a Kellogg's cornflake, floating in my boat, taking movies, relaxing a while, living in style, talking to a raisin who occasionally plays LA, casually glancing at his toupee. Wish I was an English muffin, about to make the most out of a toaster. I'd ease myself down, coming up brown. I'd prefer boysenberry more than any ordinary jam. I'm a Citizens for Boysenberry Jam fan. Oh, South California. If I become a first lieutenant, or would you put my photo on your piano? Photos on pianos. To Mary Jane, best wishes, Martin. Old Roger Draft Dodger leaving by the basement door. Everybody knows what he's tippy-toeing down there for. I can't whistle.
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Rocky's Ace Hardware. For all your fall cleanup needs, plus you'll experience our legendary helpful service in every department. Rocky's, rock solid service since 1926.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for Arts Beat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Wow, it is Tuesday, April 23rd. My name is Bob Plass. Hey, it's the Westfield on Weekend show. Go to westfieldonweekends.com for all of the exciting things that are happening in Westfield, at Westfield on Weekends, down at 105 Elm Street and beyond. We are looking forward to the May 4th run of it's a 5K. What is it? It's a 5K, isn't it? That run that they do, that's like the fastest run in America. It's
fast flat 5K.
Yes, and it goes from the up at the university right down into downtown. That's on May 4th, and on May 3rd, it's the opening of the downtown park, which our mayor had built in the original hole in the ground, as we used to call it, where the Newberry store was. And it is now called, I've got to get it, it's called Elm Street Plaza. I'm not really keen on the name. It sounds like a strip mall, but it isn't. It has a lovely stage there, and there's going to be, Artworks is going to be doing music throughout the summer there, as well as we've got, there's a movie series I know that's happening there as well from Westfield Pride and some other great events, so be looking for that. But the opening is going to be the night before, I think it's May 3rd, and then we have an opening reception on Thursday, May 2nd, for our incredible exhibit that is called Journey Stories, Faces of Westfield. It is so wonderful. We put it up this weekend. Oh, my God. More than 50 individuals from other countries who now reside and call Westfield home. Some who have been here for many years or whatever. There are character studies and some large color photos of them that have been done by the wonderful artist Bill Hughes. That opens on May 1st, and you'll look forward to that as well. I think there is there's an art reception. You can see it at the www. Westfield and Weekends website. Hey, Kenny, I looked up, get this is how dumb I am. No, maybe I'm not dumb, I don't know. But shiatsu. So I spelled shiatsu SHIATZU, and then I bring it up, and it says it's a form of
massage.
A massage, right? Yeah. And then right underneath it, it says, "Do you mean Shih Tzu?" Shih Tzu, which is instead of SHIA, it's SHIHTZU.
SHI. Yeah.
Yeah. And strangely enough, it says it's a toy dog or a pet bred breed originating from Tibet and believed to be bred from, get this, 2 dogs, Pekingese and the Lhasa Apso.
Yeah, they were big with Chinese royalty. They used to keep them in their bed at their feet to keep them warm.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And in fact, the name comes from the Chinese word for lion because this kind of dog was bred to resemble the lion king, I suppose. Mm-hmm. The Shih Tzu, is that how you say it?
The dog?
Yeah.
Shih Tzu.
Shih Tzu.
Yes.
Oh, okay. The dog may also be called a Tibetan lion dog. Mm-hmm. But whether, and it also says this, Kenny, you can attest to this. They can adapt well to different situations. Due to their highly independent nature, they are not considered a very obedient breed.
Huh.
Is that true?
The one I had was very obedient.
Oh.
And he didn't act up or anything.
Yeah. Wow. They were favorites of Chinese royals and so prized that for years the Chinese refused to sell, trade, or give any away. Mm-hmm. Wow. How do you like that? Goes on and on. At any rate, speaking of dogs at the bottom of one's bed, okay, let me take my glasses off here.
Is this where we get into shiatsu massage?
Pardon?
Is this when we get into shiatsu massage now?
No. Today is National Bed Bug Awareness Day as well.
Okay.
So, if you have a dog in your bed, is that something you should worry about?
I would never have an animal in my bed.
Oh no?
No.
Oh my gosh! Hey, I'm being joined right as we speak. Max Dewey. Come on in. Sit down, Max. Put those phones on. Max Dewey, musician par excellence, student at Westfield State, my great friend, my Alice Cooper lookalike.
Gene Simmons, Bob.
Oh, Jesus, I got it wrong again. Honest to God.
We need a tally board.
Yeah. Okay, so listen, do you have a dog?
I do not.
Did you ever have a dog? No.
No.
Apparently. Not. If you can't remember, you're only, 21? How old are you, 20?
Well, I mean, we had one for a week.
You had one for a week?
It was a strange circumstance where we were sort of looking for a dog, but then, and so, there was a woman who had to give her dog up because the tenant wasn't allowing pets in the building.
Sure.
But then, a week later, the tenant was saw how much the dog meant to her, and so then allowed it, and so.
You took it for a week.
Yes.
That was enough.
Yes, we were essentially dog sitting for a week.
All right. Okay. So, Kenny, you don't allow a dog in the bed. Do you have that same thing? Today's Bed Bug Awareness Day. So I thought to myself, could bed bugs come from dogs? I don't think.
Bed bugs are different from fleas.
Oh, they are?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Bed bugs you find at the Easy 8 Motel, Bob.
Oh, I know it. Yeah. Do you ever worry about that as a young man?
No.
No.
Nope.
Do you know the man who's over there, Kenny Stomsky? Have you met Ken?
I think I have. I think you introduced me after the first time I was on.
Okay, yeah.
He hosts Ken's Den.
Oh, yeah. So Ken has one of these infrared lights that he takes on trips.
Ultraviolet, Bob.
Ultraviolet.
Ultraviolet light.
UV, not IR.
Yeah. UV light that he goes all over the bed and everything to see. Does it reveal bed bugs?
It probably reveals a lot more than you want it to.
Yeah.
But that's the reason why Peter didn't want me to scan his hotel room with the UV. But bed bugs, the best thing with that is to flip up the corner of the bedding and look for little black dots and blood stains.
Oh my God, help me.
Yeah.
Holy mother of God.
What did I walk into?
Bed
bugs really aren't a big issue.
Awareness Week. I don't know.
They really
we got to
aren't a
be
big issue,
aware
though,
of these
Bob.
bed bugs, huh?
Yeah, all the places I go to, I've really never had a problem. I just have a problem with not bugs, but human stuff.
Oh, okay. All right. There was a man who lived in my apartment house in New York City who worked for
Still there?
Yeah, he's still there, as a matter of fact, on 72nd Street. And
Was he supposed to be there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He lived in the apartment house. He didn't live in an apartment. Oh, God,
Okay.
no.
If he was a squatter back then, he was still probably there.
Oh, yeah, it's true. It's true. I once lived on on 50th Street on the 5th floor, and there was that was the top floor. You could only go 5
Was that a walk-up, Bob?
It's a walk-up, and I was on the top floor. And there was a whole, there must have been a man who lived on the rooftop.
Mm-hmm.
And for about a week, I had no idea he was up there. And was that freaky the day I went up there and it looked like an encampment or something?
Oh, God.
Oh, man, a little freaky. That's New York. But so at any rate, there's a knock on my door, on our door, James and my door. Yeah. Hello, come on in. And it was Jeffrey or somebody who lived upstairs. Now, they had in their apartment about 30 finches.
That's a lot of finches.
A lot of finches. They collected finches. Now, this is a really...
They were all alive, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
all alive, all whatever and all...
It'd be weird if they collected dead finches.
Apparently, the finches had developed some kind of bug or whatever.
Of course they did.
And the guy was beside himself. He was covered in all of this... Oh, my God. And
On top of that, the droppings is a carcinogen.
Oh, it was. I don't know why. Yeah.
No, they just resurfaced the floor with newspaper.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they were in a cage apparently, but I don't know. It's not. This is not my idea of an animal that I want in an apartment. 20 finches.
You said 30.
Did I say 30?
Yeah, you said 30.
It was 20 at one time, and then it was.
It had to be 20 at one point in order for it to be 30.
30. Yeah, they were making love and whatever. Who knows?
Better than
whatever.
a partridge in a pear tree.
A partridge in a pear tree. Yeah. Hey, everybody, we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and talk all kinds of things with Max Dewey. But today is German Beer Day. You're not old enough to drink yet, are you?
As of yesterday.
Oh, that's right. Did you see? I wished you a happy birthday online.
I did see that.
Yeah, thank you. Happy 21st birthday. Wait a minute. I got to sing the Wisconsin birthday song for you.
Wisconsin birthday song.
No, this is it. Birthdays come but once a year. We are glad that yours is here. Happy birthday, Max, dear. Happy birthday till next year. Chocolate cake. Now you're officially a member of the birthday club of Bob Plass, 21 years. Kenny, do you remember your 21st birthday? I know that was long ago, so you said you're going to be able to remember it.
I didn't really celebrate birthdays, but my crew took me out to a pub in Amherst.
Yeah.
Charlie's was the name of it, actually.
Uh-huh.
And we loaded up on red hot shots, and we were all wishing we didn't the following morning.
Oh my gosh!
I mean,
well, you look pretty good. So you didn't. You're.
Thank you.
I
did it myself.
You're a smart guy. So you're not a big imbiber, I bet.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, it's his birthday, Bob. You need to bring him to the tavern now and shove it.
You don't look like if yesterday was my 21st birthday back in the day, the next day I would not be getting up at 2:00 in the afternoon it's Monday for you guys. Where you are, it's 7:00 in the morning. Okay. So I would not.
I have classes at 9:20, so I kind of have to.
Oh.
Listen, but I told my teacher ahead of time, hey, I may not be myself tomorrow morning. So he knew that. So he knew this ahead of him. But I was fine.
I'm just trying to go back to when Bob was 21. You might have not have felt very well because I'm picturing back then you may have had, I don't know, Wilson snake oil and mercury tincture or something.
No, he would still have the white hair.
I would have had rum. We were drinking rum back in the colonial times. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So what did you celebrate? What was your drink of choice last night on your 21st birthday?
Mike's Hards. Just
what is it?
Mike's Hard Lemonade. Just
Mike's Hard Lemonade. Not bad.
Nothing too serious.
Yeah, yeah. Were you with that lovely woman that I saw the other night?
That's just my friend Haley.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. So my family is they're all on cruise ships as of now.
Listen to this, Kenny. This is good for you. Yeah. Where?
My parents are actually over in the Netherlands right now.
Oh.
So they will, speaking as Tuesday when this airs, they will be getting back today. But and as will my brother, who's on a cruise with his friend south of Miami. I don't know exactly where.
Was similar to what Kenny's going to go on in January.
Oh, I'm doing Caribbean. Now, if I was anywhere near the Netherlands, bet your bottom dollar I wouldn't be on a ship. I'd be spending all my time in the...
Well, they went from Belgium to... They started in Belgium and then they're in... They did a bunch of tours.
Yeah, I'd get lost in the red light district and that'd be about it.
Oh, please.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I was in Amsterdam once, and I didn't realize that I was in the red light district.
You didn't notice the red lights, Bob?
No. And it's strange. I was walking.
How about the red flags going up everywhere?
No, I didn't. I had no idea. And there was I was walking, and I was window shopping, and I came upon the first
window. You were window shopping.
No, I came upon the first window in the red light district. They call them the women of the window, and they're sitting.
Why do you think?
I know. It was like
it's just an advertisement.
Well, they sit there, they're reading or whatever, and then I would see these businessmen, and then I stood on the corner and watched for a while because it's a very interesting scenario for somebody that was so innocent. You know, I know you're thinking, oh, he's not that innocent, but I am that innocent, and I had no idea I was in the red light district. Now,
says the guy who used to hang out at Studio 54.
Oh yeah, well. What do you want? What do you want? Hey, so anyway, we started this conversation by talking about German beer. What's your favorite?
We were going to go to a break, though, Bob.
I am. I'm going to because we're going to play a beer barrel polka.
Oh, we're jumping to that?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In order to celebrate the German Beer Day. Now, it's strange to me that it's April and we're celebrating German Beer Day.
Seems like that would be in October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or May even. Maybach or the Maybach. I think there's a Maybach Fest, B-O-C-H or B-O-C-K, I think, and probably that's a kind of beer or something. If Rick Barry were here, he'd tell us
he would
all
know,
about it. Yeah. So at any rate, Roll Out the Barrel. Does your band, the Prodigal Swine, look at that great T-shirt. I love that. Oh, my God. Can you see it? Look at that. Prodigal Swine. I love a T-shirt like that. Could I buy one from you?
Yeah, we can work something out.
Yeah. Large, please.
Okay.
Or medium. I could do either now that I've lost weight.
Okay,
what size are you wearing? What is that, small?
Shows you how much I know my wardrobe.
Yeah. What is it?
This is a large.
Oh, perfect. Prodigal Swine is the group that you play. You don't play polkas, do you, with your band?
No, we don't. I don't think we play any polkas, Bob. We play more rock and roll.
Got it. Roll Out the Barrel. What would be the equivalent in a rock and roll song? Roll out the barrel. We'll have a barrel of fun. Maybe whiskey. There's whiskey in the jar. No,
Whiskey in the Jar by Metallica.
Whiskey in the Jar.
Yeah. That would be it. Would be it.
Yep.
All right. So let's hear Frank. Is it Frank Yankovic and the Yanks?
Frankie Yankovic.
Frankie Yankovic and his Yanks are playing Beer Barrel Polka for German Beer Day.
All right.
Polka up.
And why isn't it playing? There we go. I had set it down earlier.
There we are.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes and Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldState.bncollege.com.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Wow, it's Tuesday. And my name is Bob Plass. I am here. Go to westfieldonweekends.com for all the great information. I am here with my great friend who is also a friend of WSKB, where we're broadcast on the radio. We're on WCPC on television. We're archived at YouTube. Go to Westfield TV programming. Is that right? Westfield Community Programming. What is it, Kenny Stomsky? Who's taken over for Pete Coles today?
You're talking about the YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Westfield Community Programming.
Westfield Community Programming.
That's the
just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
That's the Channel 15 programming. The stuff that we're doing in the morning here.
Right.
Westfield Community Radio.
Yes. Yeah.
Westfield Community Radio. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, you have a Westfield Community Radio show in reality, if you listen to 89.5 FM on
Mondays,
on Mondays in the afternoon in the area here, because it only goes
25 miles out.
Yeah.
But if you listen online, from 4 to 6 p.m. on Mondays, you can hear my show, Dewey's Decades of Rock.
Dewey's Decades of Rock. And you listen online, you could go to
If you listen online, you can listen anywhere in the world.
WSKB.org?
Anything that will pick up a radio signal that you can listen to, we'll be able to pick us up as long as you type in WSKB to find it.
Because there are other 89.5s out there, so you would have to put in WSKB,
right.
I suppose. So, Decades of Rock.
Yes.
What was the first decade of? Oh, wait a minute. When's your show? On Monday afternoon?
Monday afternoons, 4 to 6 p.m.
4 to 6 p.m.
2 hours of nonstop rock and roll. I mean, we only really stop once to do the top of the hour and announce the call letters.
No.
Yeah.
There's none of this fancy chat like you and me? Because you're an old hand at it. You're very good at this.
I love my music. I love talking about the music. It's just me and my computer usually in the studio. I'll play the music off the radio,
right.
Off my computer,
right,
and then I'll talk about the songs.
Oh, all right. So there's some.
Yeah.
But
it's one-sided conversation. It's just me talking to the microphone.
Yeah.
There's none of this.
Yeah. I might find that difficult. I've often wanted to do that kind of show with, my eclectic taste in music, and to go from one to one. I love doing that, as a matter of fact, but I've never done it here because we've always had this chat back and forth. But I love to chat back and forth.
Right.
So in this show, the Decades of Rock.
Yes.
So what would be the earliest rock song for you? And the earliest decade would be the 40s or the 50s? Would be 50s.
The earliest decade would probably be closer to the 50s.
Yeah.
Probably the earliest full decade though would be the 60s.
Would be the 60s. Yeah. What was the golden era? Was that the golden era of rock?
I feel like the golden era of rock. Well, everyone can honestly define the golden era of rock differently.
Right.
The golden era of rock to me,
right,
is the mid to early 70s through the late 80s. Because that's where my sweet spot of artists was. That's where they were all making hits. AC/DC, Kiss. Iron Maiden, all those bands,
Yes.
they got their start and were really making their path at that time. And so that, for me, that's my golden age of rock and roll. Because if you play a song from that time period, the chances that I will know it are very high. If you play a song from the 90s, if it's those three artists, AC/DC, Kiss, Iron Maiden,
right,
chances are I'm going to know it once it hits the chorus, and then I'll know the rest of the song.
Right.
But if it's not those artists, I'm like,
those
three artists, I know their discography very well, and so like I can
are
follow them.
Are they still writing new music? I know that, for instance, I don't know if it's Led Zeppelin is part of your deal, but Led Zeppelin, I think, recently came up with a new recording, or maybe it was Gene Simmons.
I don't know. I don't know that to be true.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong.
Kiss recently just finished touring, I think 2 years ago. They did their final, or maybe it was last year. They did their final show ever. It's for real this time. At Madison Square Garden on December 2nd. And so they're finally throwing in the towel after 50 years of touring.
Well, they're 80 years old, right?
They're 70s,
late
70s. I think Gene is the oldest at like 73 or something like that.
I know you don't know the name, and people out there will laugh at this, but somehow or other on YouTube yesterday, or on it was Instagram, Pat Boone came up. Pat Boone, does that name
No,
ring a
the
bell?
name does not ring a bell.
In the early 50s, he was on a show called Arthur Godfrey, which was a talk show on the radio and stuff. But he had a movie career, and his music, he would try to be with the music, but he had a voice very similar to a crooning type of voice,
Sinatra.
And then during the 80s, he did an album of heavy metal songs, and it might have been when he was like 60 years old or something, and he came out on this with a leather jacket and something, and did a thing. There he is. He's like 97 years old. And to see him, and he is advertising a cruise of all things, where he's going to be singing and leading gospel music or something. But I thought to myself, oh my God, his face is very lined and whatever. And I wondered, for you, as you look at a group like Kiss or somebody who was really popular back then, it's one thing to see a group of young guys playing this great music, but to see older guys playing this music, it's a kind of a strange kind of look, right?
Right. And so one of the things I feel like that is why Kiss is still popular to this day is that over time, because of the makeup, it didn't really look like they would age. On stage, it didn't look like they were aging because the white makeup would hide all the lines.
Yeah.
Whereas you look at AC/DC, they're clearly getting older and older by the day.
Yeah.
And so if you take a picture of, if you look at a picture of Kiss, let's say from the 90s, because that's where they really started to like have the makeup down.
Yeah.
And AC/DC from the 90s, and compare them. Kiss's makeup will look exactly the same. They'll look exactly the same on stage. Their costumes might be different, but their faces look exactly the same because the makeup is always the same. AC/DC does not look different. It does not look the same because of 30 years.
Yes, yeah. Did Gene Simmons design the makeup after a particular thing, or did they invent that white with the black star-like thing?
So they kind of sort of took the influence from your favorite Bob, Alice Cooper, but they also took influence from the New York Dolls, who were also like sort of they would do stage makeup, and they were like they essentially said, let's take that to the next level.
Yeah.
And so they did it. The crowd loved it, and it just stuck. And so when it started out, it was it was grease paint.
Yeah. Oh my
And
God.
so-
Have
so-
you ever put on grease paint? I used to have to wear grease paint as an actor. There was,
that makes
believe
sense,
it or
Bob.
not, yeah,
Makes sense, Bob.
Yeah, back then we didn't have regular makeup for, and when I was doing my shows early on, my musicals, we'd put this. It was like putting lard on your face.
I've never put lard on my face.
Yeah.
Bob.
Well, like Crisco. Imagine lining your
Same
face
deal,
with
Bob. I
Crisco.
haven't put Crisco on my
no,
face
I don't
either.
want you to either because you've got great skin.
Thank you.
Yeah, but okay, so the makeup then was not in tribute, but in
It was sort of an homage, but it was also like let's go over the top. Let's be way more different. Let's be our own group. Let's be the group.
Yeah. The feathers and all the body suits and all of that were no,
Feathers?
they don't have that.
Paul Stanley does. Paul Stanley will have feathers, and then he'll take that off after like song 3 or something like that.
Okay. Then David Bowie is in that era, or is he not? No, he is.
Bob, we talked about this last time.
Glam rock.
That's glam rock. Yes.
Oh, okay. So glam rock.
I really got to send you that documentary.
Oh my God! I'm telling you. Please email me and I will watch it so that I can have a sense of
All
it.
right.
If I can watch 7 hours or 6 hours of Grateful Dead and then learn to appreciate Grateful Dead,
right?
4 hours of the Taylor Swift Eras Tour. Amazing. Oh, watch that. Oh, you got to see it on Disney Plus. For the
I haven't seen it
spectacle,
yet. I'll look into it.
spectacle of it, the stagecraft in that show is beyond belief. Oh my God.
Then I should also I'll recommend a book to you. There's the lead singer of Iron Maiden, Bruce Dickinson, released an autobiography called What Does This Button Do? It's about his journey from being a kid to being where he is now and all the stuff that happened in between. And there's a lot that happened. He's a world-class fencer. He is a professor of history. He is a fully licensed British airline pilot.
What?
Yeah. He is a screenwriter. He is an author. I know he also beat cancer. So he has done so much in his life.
Oh my God.
And on top of that, he's a world famous heavy metal singer.
Heavy metal. And it's so interesting. See, I think that as an older guy, let's see, how old was I in the 60s? I was in it's 45, 65. I was in my 20s, in early 20s, 30s, so 60s, and so I was in my 30s. But unfortunately, I was in my room listening to Broadway music.
There's no shame in that.
No, not at all. Not at all. Or folk music. However, my attitude toward heavy metal was that these were not necessarily musicians, or these were people that had bands in their basement and they didn't go to
they didn't
go to college or whatever.
Right.
I did not think that it was so wrong. It was stereotypical old man thinking. And when I hear this story, and when I've since learned about Grateful Dead and the musicianship behind the heavy metal music, changed me totally in terms of, I thought Paul Simon's wonderful composer, et cetera, but and the folk music singers, all Joni Mitchell and all that business, AC/DC, Iron Maiden, nothing but noise. No, wrong.
So Bob,
what
I want you to do is after this, after this show,
oh God,
I want you to go home. I want you to just look at Iron Maiden lyrics. They tell stories.
Yeah.
It's not just like a mishmash of lyrics.
Yeah.
They tell stories from start to finish, and that's part of what I love about them. Like there's a song that they have, "Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner."
Oh, the Samuel Taylor Coleridge poem.
Yep, it's about that. In fact, it's got quotes from it.
Wow.
It's 13 minutes long because it has that much from it.
Amazing.
The music also captures what's going on in the poem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there's a moment where I've got to remember it.
Captain, my ship is.
I'm trying to think of the quote that's
water everywhere, and not a drop to drink.
Water every and all the boards did shrink. But then there's
I don't know why the hell I know that. I must have been told to memorize that poem or something.
But yeah, so it's like
albatross. There's an albatross in it or something around the neck or something.
The albatross. I'm trying to think of the quote. I can't remember the line. Well,
we can look it up.
Yeah,
there.
we'll look it up.
So, a question for you. You chose a song for us to listen to.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Does it go in line with what we've been talking about here? Am I going to learn something from this?
Yeah, you will learn something from it. I will definitely teach you.
All right.
Okay, so here. One after one, by the star-dogged moon, too quick for groan or sigh, each turned his face with a ghastly pang, and cursed me with his eye.
Oh.
4 times 50 living men, and I heard no sigh nor groan. With heavy thump, a lifeless lump, they dropped down one by one. They use that in the song, and it's this really cool, soft, like it's melodic because it's bass, boom, 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 boom,
yeah.
And you hear creaking of the shipboards. You hear, you hear like the guitars do like sort of a wailing sound, like
yeah. Well,
really cool.
What you suggested that we sing
play two songs.
Play 2 songs, and the first song is by a group. Is it the group Hit the Ground Running? Is that the name of the group?
So the group is called Hit the Ground Running. They're actually somewhat local. They're from Pennsylvania, but they've been around since the 80s. There's actually a book about them called the. Hang on, and my buddy's actually in the group. So the book is called.
Yeah, we're getting in here.
The book is called. Here it is. The Greatest Rock and Roll Band You Never Heard of.
Listen. I know this book.
You know this book?
I don't know why. The Greatest Rock and Roll Band You've Never Heard of.
Hit the Ground Running. Yeah.
And how come we haven't heard of them?
So they shaped some of the greatest names like Whitesnake, Journey, Survivor, and Warrant. And so these bands are some of the many that signed multi-album deals and made millions, marketing multi-platinum albums and charting many top 40 staple hits, and eventually toured the world to large audiences. But so for every musician and every member in a prototypical garage band, they all work their way through the local bar and club scene, paying their dues so that one day they can land their next big opportunity.
Yeah.
And so Hit the Ground Running, they work in local Philadelphia and New Jersey bar and club scene. And so they
just stuck with that.
Right, they just stuck with that. They were destined to make. So at many times they were destined to make their next big move. And so if it was deciding that their management deal, on like a flip of a coin of signing not 1 but 2 major record deals, that then they were wedged in a money scandal.
Sure.
It's crazy what they go.
Being at the right place at the right time with the right people is crucial in the music industry.
Right. And so I actually recently saw the Motley Crue tribute band Wildside, and their opener was an Iron Maiden tribute, Remember Tomorrow. The lead singer of both is actually the new singer for Hit the Ground Running.
Oh, wild.
The guitarist in the Motley Crue tribute band is a good friend of mine, Xavier Fry. And so I know all the guys in the Motley Crue tribute band, so I knew Pete. And so he actually told me that this song, and when you hear it, it will make total sense as to why. This song was actually in consideration back in the day for Rocky III.
Oh my God! Oh, yeah. I can see.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It has this boom, 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 running.
The
kind of
synthesizer.
there's a running kind of feel to it. It's a long song. I asked.
It's only 4 minutes.
Oh, well, no, well, is it just
4 minutes?
Oh, all right. Okay. So, all right. Kenny, are you there by chance? Ken? Oh, wait.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, there. Oh, my gosh. I didn't see you. Hey, we're going to play the complete
Hit the ground
running song
back again
because we've been talking about the lead-in. I wanted to ask you about the lead-in to that. The lead-in is a long,
it's like synthesizer, yeah.
It sounds like symphonic music to me.
Right.
Bob.
Yeah.
You gave me instructions to come in at 50, so last night when I downloaded all this stuff,
right,
I cut it at 50 so I'd be good to go.
Oh, all right. So we'll do it from 50.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But so this is what you're not going to hear, everybody.
Is the synthesizers, yeah.
But it sounded to me almost like, my God, this doesn't sound like a heavy metal. This sounds like a classical piece of music. Yeah.
Until it kicks in.
Around 50 or so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hear it, and then we'll talk about it. This is Hit the Ground Running, but the name of the song is
Back Again.
Back Again. Okay.
Takes a moment to realize you're standing Just can't remember where. Don't recall.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday. Every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Wow, it is Tuesday. We can't stop talking, the two of us. You know, old and young. It's really good to have a conversation with a young person. Helps to keep. I told Max the other night that I was so proud of him because he performed. He performed not rock and roll the other night. You performed something that was really surprising because you described what you were going to perform with a trombonist. No, a saxophonist.
Yeah.
Max Jordan.
Yeah.
And I was expecting something totally different than what you said. But first you played a song.
I know. The first thing I did was I played with the saxophone.
Okay, so what was the name? It was
that one was Suite for Saxophone and Guitar by Alan Havanas.
Oh, yeah, Havanas. Yes, yeah.
I said it right this time.
Yeah.
We couldn't figure out how to say it.
Incredible classical performer. And here we have this young man playing classical music because he's being introduced to that at Westfield State.
Yep.
Okay, so you played it really well with this great sax. And you know, his professor or the head of the music department, our friend Ed Orgill, said, he had chosen this for you guys because there wasn't that much classical music.
Yeah, well, Bonacci said that. But
Bonacci, yeah, Andy Bonacci said this. Yeah,
yeah. It was really fun to do that. I've never done one of those like where I play with another person in one of these recitals. It's always just been me by myself. And so I do have those that I know very well, but like I can't just do those again. I need something new. So this was a good one to do like that because relatively simple enough where it can be pulled together with a rehearsal once a week.
Yeah, sure.
And so because Max Jordan and I have very different schedules because we don't play the same instrument. He's a music ed major.
Yeah.
I'm a just general music major, so I don't have to take all these other courses that he has to take.
Oh, I see.
So he's a bit busier and harder to track down.
Yeah, yes.
He's like Scott Bailey. Just impossible to find. Just
oh my God, this guy Scott Bailey! I just saw him yesterday direct the chorus. Did you? Oh, I saw you. That was a wonderful concert, wasn't it? I was surprised that you weren't up there singing because you got a good singing voice as well.
Yeah, I decided to take a hiatus from chorus this semester.
Oh,
I will be back next 2 semesters.
Can't wait. Wait. Okay, so then the second piece was an interesting one.
Yes. So that one was called Midsummer's Daydream, and it was by a band called Triumph. My English teacher slash my band's drummer, my English teacher back in high school.
Right.
But he often describes Triumph as the poor man's Rush.
Oh.
Because Rush is a power trio from Canada.
Yeah.
3 guys.
Right.
Geddy Lee, Alex Lifeson, and Neil Peart. Triumph, I'm not going to remember all the names. Rick Emmett, I think Gil Moore, and then I forget the drummer's name.
Alvin Toomey. I just made that up.
That is definitely not it. But they were also a power trio from Canada. It was the 3 of them.
Yeah.
And so Rick Emmett is an amazing guitarist, and so he would include these sort of instrumental solo guitar pieces that were like 1 or 2 minutes long on the albums.
Yeah.
So the album Thunder 7 features the song Midsummer's Daydream, and my uncle and my father introduced me to this band, and
Triumph.
Yes, Triumph. And so I was like, it's a really cool piece. And when I first started learning guitar, which was about 6 years ago now, for my beginner level, my God, I was way out. I was in way over my head. But like about a month ago, I was like, let's try that one.
Yeah.
And I sat down with it, and like literally, I have a recording of the first time I was able to play it straight through. It took me about twice as long as he actually plays it on the album. He plays it in like a minute and 40 seconds.
Oh, gotcha.
So the speed I played it at wasn't even the full speed. It's like probably about 75% fast. Well, 25% faster than what I played it at. So unbelievable. And he would play this live too.
Yeah. So he announces, so you say, I'm going to play the song that is like Rush or Triumph, and I'm thinking, oh my God, we're going to hear
a rock
song. And it was more like flamenco guitar than anything else.
Yeah, so there was some Spanish-style strumming, which is honestly a very difficult technique to figure out when you've never done it.
Oh man! Well, you did a really great job.
Thank you.
But as Max was going out, I said to him, I said, I feel like your grandfather. I'm so proud, sort of like that. But that's what I mean. I mean, like one of the things that I enjoy about having you on the show is we get two perspectives.
Yeah.
And it's a 21-year-old and a soon to be 79-year-old. We got 50.
You're adding 50 years, Bob. Come on.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Can you imagine that? Your dad isn't even as old as I am. Your dad is, what, 50?
Yeah, he's in his 50s.
Oh, God.
No kid ever knows how old their father is.
How's your grandfather?
50.
How old was or is your grandfather?
Well, I believe I mentioned this on our first show. He always told us he's too old to cut the mustard.
Oh, okay. Got it. So he's up there. He's
up there.
Yeah.
He's up there in the group that still says too old to cut the mustard.
Oh. I got what he meant.
Yeah,
I got what he meant. I guess that means that I'm too old.
I think he had his 80th in the last couple of years. So he's in his 80s.
I love it. We just played that song by Hit the Ground Running. You were telling me that this is a song that they were, and I can see why. Back again, perfect for Rocky 3.
Yep. It just. The whole vibe, the synthesizers. I mean, you think about it. What did they have in the initial Rocky? Eye of the Tiger.
Oh yeah,
Gonna Fly Now with all those all the orchestral stuff.
Yeah,
it's just
interesting that this could have made this band so much more well known in a way, I suppose.
In a way, but then also think about it like this.
Yeah,
they're still around.
Oh. Man.
So they're still they were around in the 80s and they're still around today. That's 50 years and they're still like they re-recorded a couple songs in recent days and my buddy Pete, who's the lead singer, has sent me them and it's like so they're not at all anywhere close to being done because they're still recording stuff.
Hit the ground running. Okay.
No G. Hit the ground running.
Hit the ground running. All right. Hey, music director Chris Holman out there in Wisconsin, who actually caught us up with the German beer barrel polka there. Thank you, Chris. You got to check this Hit the Ground Running group out, man. It's really, really good. Today is National Karaoke Day. Hey, Karaoke Kenny, are you still around? Or he's probably, he might be doing something. Karaoke Kenny.
I'm here.
Hey, Karaoke Kenny, it's National Karaoke Day. You want to make an appearance and we'll talk about karaoke?
I'm okay.
Have you
Good choice.
Do you do karaoke?
Never done karaoke, but I could.
Yeah, I know. What would be your go-to karaoke song?
It depends on what they have.
What would be? Would you do would you think Sinatra or any of that? No, you would probably. Who would you be thinking of as a karaoke? You can't really do heavy metal as karaoke, or can you?
I have. I've done Rat.
You have
Round and Round or Some of the Lip?
Round and Round. I have a 3-octave range.
Holy Mother God!
Round and around.
I don't know.
Love, find a way, just give it time.
Yep.
Oh, Kenny, you want to go? You want to do the second verse there?
Hard pass, Bob. I need some warm-up time. It's been a few years.
I got it. But most people don't think of doing you in a karaoke bar. You're probably not. You're going to do.
Most people are going to do like a traditional pop song.
Yeah.
With me, so I don't know as much pop as I do. I don't know nearly as much pop as I do rock and roll.
Yeah.
So, but I here's the thing. you see all the time that like people will be like, oh, you don't, how can you not like this genre? Like, and then or you'll see other people just like that's not real, that's not music.
I go from Barry White to I was going to say Barely Man Enough, Barely Manilow to like Styx and all types of oldies. So,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even it might not be a genre you like, but it's still a genre.
Right. It's still music.
Yeah.
Because all of this, they had to think of the idea for it.
Right.
They had to then make it.
Yeah, sure.
So like
sure.
But so for me, yes, it's all music. It's all music. Regardless of the genre, it is music because it is created. It is its own unique sound. It is music.
Sure.
So I accept that. Yeah, there are genres that definitely aren't my favorite.
Yeah, right.
And so rock is my favorite genre, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And
is there a genre that you will not... Well, I know Kenny cannot... Oh, well, he loves disco. Kenny loves disco, right? Oh, geez, that sounds like a good album title. Kenny loves disco.
Sounds like a South Park episode.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's that.
Right.
Yeah.
Brand new from K-Tel Records.
Kenny loves disco. But well, Kenny, what's that music that we have that show Making the List, and Kenny will often say, "Don't you dare play that."
No, I'm not familiar with country.
Country is not. Yeah. For you,
for me, it's not really that. Like it's a don't play that around me. It's more of a you can play it. I just won't really listen to it. I'll just tune it out. Like for me, that's rap. I can't follow
now
rap.
Pop and country are starting to really blur the lines the past few years too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because it's now like country pop. Like.
But it's interesting that you say the rap. For me, rap has so many musical hooks now. You know, I mean, like...
Well, there are different styles of rap as well.
Yes, true. And I don't know. I like some of that rap. I certainly don't like the lyrics. I think that there's not... if you're going to...
Modern lyrics in rap music aren't the cleanest.
No,
it's not just modern either. I'm sure Bob will start to blush if I give him a ride somewhere and I've got my NWA CD in the
Oh my man! The word "b," the B word, for a woman, that dog.
Okay.
The dog.
Okay.
I don't think belongs in music, and I hear it.
I don't think a lot of
more.
words belong in music.
Yeah.
It doesn't always
and
mean
rap,
a female now.
Rap.
No, I know that. No.
Rap seems to say, yeah, we're going to use them in this genre anyway.
Yeah.
Even though they shouldn't. Well, it says we're going to use them in music anyway, even though they're really not even really. Technically, probably shouldn't even be in modern.
Yeah.
Modern everyday speaking language. Like
we don't talk like
depends on where you're from.
Where you're from, and I can't be critical of somebody's jargon,
right,
or whatever. And I have to appreciate that everything is right in the world, but I think there's a time and a place for everything. Maybe that's my senioritis or whatever. But hey, I want then. Do you have an opinion on Beyonce going country? And what do you think of Beyonce?
This is the first I've heard of it, so
you
no,
didn't
I don't
know?
have.
You didn't?
No.
Kenny, we're going to send up a flare. We found somebody that did not know that Beyonce's got an album called Country Cowboy Carter.
Yeah, she's caught a lot over that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. But you've heard just this week, Taylor Swift dropped another double album.
That I did.
I think there's such a thing as overkill, and I worry. I heard a comment on it. The music may be great. I just don't want her to burn out.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, you're making all this revenue from this album you just released. Then you're going to release another one. Okay. Well then, what about all the people who then aren't like all the kids who are going to start listening to you in a couple of years?
Right.
You've now already released this album. They've heard it on the radio so many times. They're now sick and tired.
And they call
of
it tortured poets. The only thing tortured about the music on this thing is my ears.
Oh really? Oh my God! I haven't heard a thing on it yet. I'll play in the next couple of weeks. All right, we gotta let's talk about our next one, which is.
Well, hang on. Before that, I want to finish my point. So to me, rap is it's not like part of it is that it's just too fast for my brain to comprehend at times. But another part of it is, well, if I'm going to go to a concert, what would I rather see? Would I rather see Iron Maiden, who's got six people on stage, all playing different instruments in time with each other, which takes practice, lots and lots of showmanship, and all this experience? Or am I going to watch a guy talk really fast into a microphone for an hour and a half? Like,
well, yeah, but
because most modern rap artists, you can make all that stuff in your basement.
Well,
with a computer.
very true, and certainly that's probably where it began in a way.
Right, it's still music, but it's not really like a concert that I would want to go to.
Yeah,
like
the music that they're now it's grown and it's sort of like when you hear a rhythm and blues song, it's still got that same beat, and I could if we began singing a rhythm and blues song, I could right after the chorus or something, I could continue to sing along because of the structure, the structure of it. Similarly, the rock music in the beginning was that way,
right?
And now it is stretching into other areas of the sampling of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about the Rockets.
Let's talk
because we don't have a lot of time, and I want to get it in.
So the Rockets, they're actually another Canadian power trio. Well, they were for the last couple of years. They actually just released an album recently. I didn't know this, and I just started listening to it in the car a couple hours ago. Called Parkwood Manor. But they had an album. There's 3 of them. So guitar, drums, and bass, and the album is called Come On and Dance. These guys have a really, really old-timey vibe to them. They use old-time they use the old-time microphones with the slots in them.
Oh, wow.
Like sort of like the James Hetfield mic with the metal casing. He uses it's not really I don't even know how to describe it. It's sort of a triangle-shaped guitar, but it's not like a flying V or anything. It's just an old-timey sort of electric guitar.
Sure.
A Rickenbacker bass, and then the drummer uses the traditional style of drums where he's holding the drumstick in his hand upside down almost.
Oh, yeah. I've seen this.
And it's really cool that...
so Rockets, for everybody out there, it's not spelled...
It's not spelled how you would typically spell it. It's spelled Rockyts, and the Y is the shape of his guitar.
Oh,
yes, that's his guitar, and that's so that's the
where are they from?
They're from Canada.
Canada
as
well.
They're from Toronto.
Must be a good scene, music scene.
Yeah,
there.
I guess if Rush, Triumph, and the Rockets are coming from there.
Oh my God! And we're going to end the music today. Well, I'm going to play a Leonard Cohen song.
Ooh,
another Canadian.
So we'll play this song, and then we'll come back, and I'll tell you how old these guys actually are.
Wild.
Because you will not believe how old
this
these guys
are. This is a very interesting. I heard this, and I thought of another group.
Yeah.
I heard this. I said, this is
we'll let them hear it.
Hear it.
All right, so this is All of the Time by the Rockets.
All of the time. 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 Anytime I need someone around, I know I can call you to come round. All of the time. 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 I never have to worry now. When I need you, I know you'll be there. All of the time. 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 Anytime you are alone, you can call on me. You can call on me.
Listen to me, Michael Buster McMahon, Mondays 8 to 10 a.m. to learn the stories behind your favorite songs. Or don't. I'm not the boss of you.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Wow, it's Tuesday, April
22nd.
23rd.
23rd. We're filming it on the 22nd,
That's
but it's
right.
the 23rd.
Yeah, I'm here with Max Dewey from Westfield State University, and Kenny Stomsky has taken over today. Thank you, Kenny, for a yeoman's job. You've done a great job. Appreciate your being there. I wanted to go back to that song because the Rockets, when within 2 seconds that he said, "Oh my God, it's I Want to Hold Your Hand."
Right. It's
the Beatles.
You know.
So how old do you think those guys are?
Kenny, you want to take a shot at this?
The way the vocalist is singing, it brings me back to the 80s with the Violent Femmes.
Oh.
So I actually think they're young.
I think they're 18 and 19.
I think they're young, yeah.
Yeah, so at the time that this came out, it was when was it? It was.
Does it say there?
They were
Well, it does.
Well,
Okay.
it was like 2 years ago that they came out with that. But they're like 18.
18, yeah.
They're 18.
Yeah. So what you're saying is that where did they get is this innate? It's a derivative kind of thing. It sounded also sort of like the theme to Friends for me.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah. However, the musicianship.
Yeah.
And because it harkens back to something that we know and love to begin with.
Yeah.
You kind of fall in love with it regardless.
Yeah.
Guitar solo definitely sounded like could have been George Harrison playing.
Yeah.
And so this was actually their first single. And so it made its satellite radio debut on Sirius XM's Underground Garage, where it was played by the Hollywood Walk of Fame DJ Rodney Bingenheimer, who was also the first DJ to play Oasis and Coldplay in North America.
Oh, wow.
They later had the honor of the song then made its way to stations across the U.S. and Canada.
Right.
And so, but this was right now it's a solo project that's done by multi-instrumentalist and singer-songwriter Jeremy Aboud.
Yeah.
And so it essentially infuses rock into modern pop. And so they began in 2019. This project is only 5 years old.
Yeah. And they're beginning, and I just wonder whether the tunes are innate or they're simple tunes that you, when you're writing music, this seems like it should follow this note, or I don't know.
Right.
Simplicity, but the simplicity of a Beatles kind of thing.
And so here's where the connection is made.
Yeah.
So their debut album, Come On and Dance, which at the time that this was written, had been streamed over 500,000 times. It was recorded in only 2 days at Noble Street Studios in Toronto. During its production, they worked with legendary engineer Eddie Kramer, who worked with the Beatles, Rolling Stones, and Kiss, as well as Kevin O'Leary, who worked with Shawn Mendes and the Bare Naked Ladies. And so they quickly gained over 50,000 young fans who were excited by their unique sound.
Yeah. This is going to be interesting to see how they develop from this initial burst into the scene.
And so that album, Come On and Dance, there's not a single song that has a running time of 4 minutes or more. All the songs are under 4 minutes.
I love it.
Which is the style of the old music.
Oh yeah,
where they were made for radio, short songs to get radio play. So
smart in their thinking that because for us, we always want to keep our songs maybe 3.5 minutes at the most, and I'm always forever cutting here and there in order to get the song in. And certainly a lot of the stuff that we've been talking about today, heavy metal. Oh my God, you got to cut it down because the songs can go on forever.
Right.
Not that they're wonderful. I mean, like for instance, Tchaikovsky's music goes on forever. Why not? Why can't Iron Maiden?
Right.
You know?
Well, Iron Maiden.
I mean, long time.
They've got their two longest songs are 18 minutes and 13 minutes. I mean, they have the ability to.
Yeah. Hey, happy birthday!
Thank you very much, Bob.
Kenny, we have just a little time to go out here. What I don't want to shut us off before. Do I vamp or what? How much more time do we have?
With an end song, you've got about a minute.
So let's go back to you, Prodigal Swine. Look for Prodigal Swine.
Yes, Prodigal Swine.
Do you have a Facebook page?
We do have a Facebook page. It is Prodigal Swine Official. Prodigal_Swine_official.
Right.
You can find us there. We post semi-regularly. We post there about our gigs. We've been posting about our recording process so far. The album is nearing its very, very close final stages.
Wow. Some new stuff on there as well.
It's all originals.
I love it. Oh my God.
You've heard one of the songs.
I did. I loved it. Prodigal Swine is this wonderful guy and his father and his co-workers. How do you like that? Including one of your English teacher?
My English teacher from high school, the art teacher from my high school, and then the IT guy from my high school. My father taught at my high school.
Oh my God, I love this. This is so good. Prodigal Swine, and we would listen to your show Monday afternoons. 6 to 8.
4 to 6.
4 to 6, or you can catch it. The name of the show is
Dewey's Decades of Rock. So you can catch me from 4 to 6 o'clock.
DEWEY apostrophe. Don't forget that apostrophe. Hey, everybody. I want to wish everyone a happy Passover. And I was looking for a song, and then I thought to myself, who's a wonderful Jewish writer? And I thought of Leonard Cohen. And then I said, I'm not playing Hallelujah. No. But I love Dance. Dance Me to the End of Time?
I do not.
Oh my God!
I have a feeling I'm going to hear it.
Oh yeah, and it has a real klezmatic sound to this version. It's by a group from Canada called Bauhaus.
What is it with us in Canada?
I don't know.
Hey.
I was born. Yeah. Hey everybody!
Off, loser.
This is Volunteer Week. Get out there and volunteer. We've got a concert at Westfield State Jazz Night. Are you playing?
I'm not.
No. Thursday night at Devers Stage, 7:00. Be there, be square, and thank you, everyone. What a great show. Thanks so much. Thanks, Kenny. Here is Leonard Cohen's Dance Me to the End of Time, and it is to wish everyone a happy Passover.
Dance me to the beauty with a burning violin. Dance me through the panic till I am gathered safely in. Lift me like an olive branch and be my homeward dove. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the wedding now. Dance me on and on. Dance me very tenderly and dance me very long. We're all of us beneath our love, we're all of us above. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the end of love. 1000 Kerzen brennen und die Geige spielt dazu. Ich sehe, du trägst dein schönstes Kleid und auch die roten Schuhe. Es fliegen deine Röcke um dein Haar, wenn du dich drehst. Tanz mit mir, bevor du gehst. Schön bist du, mein Kind, keine Musik war je so schön. Könnte ich doch für immer in dein Sternenauge sehen. Du bist meine Welt, auch wenn du's besser nicht verstehst. Tanz mit mir, bevor du gehst. Tanz mit mir, bevor du seh, du trägst dein schönstes Kleid und auch die roten Schuhe. Jetzt fliegen deine Röcke und dein Haar, wenn du dich drehst. Tanz mit mir, bevor du gehst. Schön bist du, mein Kind, keine Musik war je so schön. Könnte ich doch für immer in dein Sternenauge sehen. Du bist meine Welt, auch wenn du's besser nicht verstehst. Tanz mit mir, bevor du gehst. Tanz mit mir, bevor du gehst. Tanz mit mir, bevor du gehst.